All right. Hello, everyone. Hello there. Elizalde Broadcasting is bringing you the broadcast of the hour with your friend Rex Manuel. And syempre po, ito ho ay talagang bagong special people edition because this is the first time I'm doing special people here with this time I have a new pilot. Ito ho yung si Mr. Jimmy. Okay. Jimmy is with me this afternoon and medyo matagal-tagal din no na napahinga ang inyong lingkod dito sa ating Elizalde Broadcasting's Special People. And as I have explained before, yun hong special people natin ngayon dito sa Elizalde Broadcasting ay isang revival lang of what I used to have several decades ago. Matagal na matagal, ilang panahon po na ang Special People, which is the flagship program wherein talagang ako ay dumayo sa iba-ibang bahagi ng Rizal province, no? Sa lalawigan po ng Rizal, ang inyong lingkod ay dumalaw doon some years ago. At yun ho ay because I was bringing with me special personalities and dinadala ko po sa mga municipal settings. Dun ho sa lalawigan ng Rizal, iba-iba pong munisipalidad o syudad ang aking narating. Kasama ko ang tropa ko ng special people. Pero dito ho sa Elizalde Broadcasting, of course, as you all know, I started my broadcast with Elizalde on February 14, 2022. Ayan, Valentine's Day ng taon na ito. Ang inyong lingkod ay, of course, when I had my program the first time, hindi mo na agad-agad special people. It took some time before I did realize that I can revive a program which is called Special People kasi nga po nung araw yan po yung aking naging flagship program dahil I used to be with a different station. Of course, it was a band, an AM band. O sige, direktahan na. Total, hindi naman to. We don't feel we are competing with them right now because kami po sa Elizalde, we are a digital television. Whereas before po, when I started my program, Special People, at DWAD, isa po itong programa na nasa AM station. It's 1068. Tama ba? Baka 1098 kilohertz, no? Doon ho yan sa Mandaluyong City. Naroon po ang studio ng Crusaders Broadcasting System. Okay, as I mentioned, ang inyong lingkod, nagkaroon ho ako ng iba-ibang experience na with different radio companies like DWAD, DZME, DWWD, and DWBL. Yun ho yung mga radio station. And nung recently nga, nagbalik ako sa DZME and only for a short while and may mga kasama po ako doon. No, hindi naman solo program ko but at DWBL, yun ho yung latest ko bago ako napunta dito. It used to be called Seniors Move, no, SM, Seniors Move. At ang gamit na pangalan natin noon ay Sure Manuel. Okay, so only for here at Elizalde Broadcasting, I'm being called Rex Manuel upon the request of the owner of Elizalde Broadcasting, no less than Mrs. Imelda Elizalde, because I happen to be the namesake of her dear mom. Ang pangalan po ng mother niya ay Mrs. Resurrection Aquino Salavaria. So, nandun ho yung resurrection. The full name is Resurrection. Nabulol pa no? Full name ko rin nga yun, Resurrection. And therefore, she decided she wanted to call me Rex Manuel. Okay. And hindi ho ako black timer dito. Kaya, Brookshield, just in case you don't know, I'm not a black timer here. May nakwento kasi sa akin minsan si Brooke Shields. But anyway, that's between us na lang. But anyway, ako naman, I'm so happy to tell you that we're paving the way for people who are interested to do broadcast. So if you are somebody listening right now and you want to do broadcast, you want to have your own program, all you have to do is call me. You can call me at this cell phone number. Take note of this. If you have your Globe line, the Globe number that you will have to call if you are interested is 0966-450-5024. Ulitin ko lang po, 0966-450-5024. And that is the number that you should call because that's my telephone number in case you would like to have a program like this. Okay, what I'm trying to say is hindi necessarily like this. You may have other types of program. You may have other format in your mind. But yung sa akin po kasi, I'm talking right here at Special People. I'm talking as me, as myself, na ako po ay tumutulong sa mga tao na may pangarap sa buhay at kung ang pangarap ninyo ay nasa linya ng broadcasting or nasa linya ng reporting, even as in vlogging, if you want to do that, well, learn from us. And we're not really saying that we are experts, but learn from us. Ang nakakatuwa po sa aming advocacy is that you will earn while you learn. How do we say you will earn? We will teach you how. So there will be a session. I believe kahit po one whole day session lang yan. So if you're interested, do call us because we will schedule a day and time wherein in a day's time, ibibigay po namin sa inyo ang sikreto how you can have a program like this and it can be serving also as a business for you. I will also teach you broadcasting can be a career and broadcasting can be a business. So it depends on what level you would like to bring into your life. Would you like to be called a businesswoman while doing your own broadcast? Or if you want to be a career woman and exploring the field of broadcasting. Kasi yung doing it as business, meron ho tayong shortcut to success dyan. And yung shortcut na yan will be a one whole day session. We will really learn from you, not we. We will teach you and you will learn from us. And we're speaking of professional broadcasters to attend to you and to give you the rudiments of how it is. Pero ang maganda nito, meron ho tayo mga tao na sa aming paniniwala ay dinala ni Lord para kayo ay kausapin at bigyan ng tamang oportunidad. Because we believe that this is not an accident why we're here. We are here because God wanted us to fulfill a mission, and that mission is to be able to reach out to as many people who would like to learn the rudiments of broadcasting. Okay, in this day and age where you have, of course, meron na tayo mga digital television. Meron din naman nagti-TikTok na lang and okay na sila sa pagti-TikTok lang. Meron namang iba, they do their own live streaming through Facebook. Yun ang kagandahan sa atin. In our case, this is Elizalde Broadcasting and soon we will create the TV which is yung atin pong creation na yan ay magkakaroon tayo dito ng mga tinatawag nating para na ring mga drama anthology. Ayan, meron ho akong isang in my mind, ano? There's there's a storyline that I'm playing with. It has something to do with, kasi nasa kaanak tayo, di ba? Talking about descendants. And I'm thinking of a true-to-life story of one descendant who was never recognized. He was supposed to be an heir to a sultanate. And yun ang masakit doon. How do you prove yourself to be the rightful heir? How do you prove yourself to be the real one when everybody else claims they are? They are supposed to be the chosen ones. When in reality, by birthright, meron ho tayo. So yun ho yung storyline na ine-explore ko. It, as I've said, it is or it might be a true story. It is because as far as you ask the person, he tells you it is a fact that he is indeed the rightful heir to that sultanate. Pero may mga ibang tao na nagsasabi, ay hindi, meron na yan. The international courts have ruled and that international court says wala dun yung pangalan niya. There were about 10 people chosen but wala yung pangalan niya. So we will know. And if you've been listening to Elizalde Broadcasting or if you've been viewing some of our initial videos at marami pa pong darating na videos at sabi ko nga we will do a drama anthology on this because parang ako po ay naniniwala, no? Parang yung ginawa lang nila sa Made in Malacanang, 'di ba? We hear various stories. We hear different versions of the story. At kung naalala nyo nung kampanya nga, 'di ba? No less than yung ating naging pangulo ngayon, yung ating tinanggap na pangulo ng ating bansa nung panahon ng campaign, how was he being called? He was even called magnanakaw. You know, talagang malalim na yung mga paninirang puri ng mga tao, and yet he won. So this is something historical, that despite whatever other people said, wala hong masyadong nakinig na Pilipino, and the Filipinos voted upon their conscience, and he became president. Now ako naniniwala na itong tao na aming ipakikilala, na itong tao sa akin pong sariling program, hindi pa siya nag-guest. But I am sure that one of these days, he will give in to my invitation and he will probably tell his story again. But para naman hindi pa ulit-ulit, baka yung mga hindi lang natatalakay pa, baka yun na lang ang aking mga tatanungin. Pero kasi ganito po yun eh. Yung kanya pong claim, this is actually based on birthright, pero inilihim sa kanya. Hindi ho sinabi sa kanya agad. So during the younger years of his life, take note, ito pong kaganapan ay nangyari some years ago na talagang hindi nyo na ho papaniwalaan. Kumbaga, 1913, yung mga panahon na ganun, wala pa, no? I do believe na sa atin ngayon na mga nabubuhay na Pilipino, wala pang buhay nung panahon na yan. Wala pang pinanganganak nung buhay na yan, ng panahon na yan, no? So, let's say this person is about my age. For example, he's about my age. But he only learned of the secret when he was already what? Parang ang sundalo na siya eh. So, what I'm trying to say is nagpakasundalo pa siya because that's what he thought would be best for him. So, wala siyang kaalam-alam and only 10 days to go before yung mother po pala niya ay tinatawag na ni Lord. Yun yung panahon na tinawag siya eh. Sinabi sa kanya ng kanyang ina, anak, kailangan magkita tayo dito. I only have 10 days to live and I want you to be with me. I want you to hear my confession of our true bloodline. So meron hong bloodline pala na pinanggagalingan na nailihim lang sa kanya nung pagkabata niya. Walang bumanggit sa kanya. Nagpakasundalo nga siya, di ba? So in other words, if indeed this story is true, it's really worth watching. It's really worth going back to where it all started. Kasi po, tayo, Well, kami sa kaanak, but I'm saying tayo in general, bihira naman ho yung taong mahilig talagang balikan ng nakaraan eh, di ba? Yung history, nung hungahong ako'y high school, ipagmamalaki ko lang dahil ako'y naging valedictorian, dahil ako'y naging scholar. Nung high school po ako, ang favorite teacher ko at favorite student niya rin ako, siya ho yung teacher ko sa history. Yung teacher ko sa history, bakit niya ako naging favorite? So, imagine niyo na lang. Ibig sabihin, young as I was during my high school days, ako ho ay nagbabasa na ng history at ako ho ay nagmememorya, no? Yung mga who discovered the Philippines, di ba? Who killed Magellan, yung mga ganun ho. Alam na alam ko yan. That's why in college, when I was first year college and I had History 101, kamalas-malas ko. First day of school, I went to school at ako ay hindi ko alam na yung palang katabi ko ay may baong bulutong tubig. At therefore, umuwi ako ng bahay. Uso pa miniskirt noon eh. So sabi ko, naku, pinaso yung hita ko. Akala ko meron akong nakatabi na pinaso yung hita ko. Yung pala ho, hindi paso yun. Yun pala po yung mother bulutong tubig. Kaya pala malaki siya at akala mo paso ng sigarilyo. Yung pala po, yun ho ay simula na nagkaroon ho ang inyong lingkod ng bulutong tubig. Tapos yung bulutong tubig ko ay, well, I was out of school. In other words, I was absent for about 2 weeks. Kasi kailangan magpagaling. Sabi nila, pag galing ka raw sa bulutong tubig at hindi ka gaanong magaling at lumabas ka, makakakontaminate ka ng ibang tao. And because it was a contagious disease, or probably even now, it is a contagious disease. Pero ako, concerned ako sa ibang tao. Ngayon nga, pag umuubo ko, lumalayo ako sa ibang tao dahil, di ba, alam natin, panahon ng pandemic, baka ako'y makahawa ng ibang tao. So, ganun ang nangyari sa akin nung college. I didn't go back right away to school. And after 2 weeks, it was time for a long quiz. So, nagpa-quiz po yung aking professor in history. And mind you, I got a score of over 95. That was my score. After taking the long quiz, and I was absent for 2 weeks, so yung aking professor, ako ay pinagdudahan at pinaringgan because I had my seatmates, magkasunod na twin sisters po yon, Agnes Lopez and Cecilia Lopez. Both are Lopezes. So yung dalawang Lopez po, sabi ng professor ko, napakabait daw ng mga kaklase ko. Pinaririnig niya yun, akala niya ako ay binigyan ng pointers or baka nga cheating. Akala niya ako yung nag-cheat. And with the help of my two seatmates na binigyan ako ng mga answers sa tanong. And tanong ko lang ganito. Yung isa sa Lopez, hindi ko na sasabihin sino sa kanila, mas mababa pa sa 70 yung score niya. The other Lopez had a score of about 70-something, but I had more than 95 in score because the quiz has something to do with Philippine history. O, so ang yabang na, no? Magyayabang na ako ngayon. Ibig ko hong sabihin, yung natutunan ko ng high school, na carry over ko pagdating ko ng college, nagkaroon ng long quiz after my 2 weeks of absence, and I got a high score because ang sabi ko nga sa professor ko, Sir, I learned history since I was in high school. Which means, kung ano yung natutunan ko noon, yun pa rin naman ang content nung history niya eh. Nung college na ako, History 101, the discovery of the Philippines, like Villalobos, kesyo Magellan, kesyo Lapu-Lapu, kesyo Limasawa, Dato Sumakwel, Dato Sulaiman, kung sino-sino man yung people of history, yun ay dala-dala ko because that's history, di ba? Who will change that? Alam nga naman itong oras na to, papalitan mo yung history of 1521. So, ganun ho yung sinasabi ko. Yun hong sultanate na pinanggagalingan ng gusto kong ikwento sa inyo. Siyempre, wala ho sa libro ko yon. Hindi ko yun napag-aralan sa libro kasi sabi nga, panahon daw yun, 1913 o whatever. Pero take note, kaya nga po, di ba, meron kami sa kaanak 1899. Oh, so ibig sabihin, that's even way back. No? Yung iba naman yung 1521, Discovery of the Philippines. Iba naman po yung mga panahon din ng 1913, 1914, 1915. So what I'm trying to say now is this. Why don't we open our eyes and our minds as we watch the drama unfold before us? The drama of a person who was indeed, given the birthright of being the son of one of the descendants. Actually, parang panahon po yun noon. So, several generations po ang dumaan na hindi nga lang ikinento sa kanila agad. And I do believe that because ako rin, sa totoo lang, in my life, late in my life, meron pang mga pinagtatapat yung nanay ko sa akin na mga dapat from way back alam ko na pero hindi ko nalaman agad. Because I think that's very basic with Filipinos eh. Hanggat maaari yung mga bata, ini-spare muna natin sa malalalim na karunungan o mga malalalim na kaalaman. So, nalaman ko na lang yung mga ibang bagay na yan kung kailan I was already an adult. So, ganun ho siguro. And I'm talking to you about somebody. Now, if you watch, please do your own research. We have it here at Elizalde Broadcasting. Ito hong research na to para madali yung mabalikan. Ito po ay isang special edition sa EB Talakayan ni Mel Elizalde wherein meron siyang naging guest. No, ito na yung sinasabi ko. Ang title nun, The Real Descendant. And yung The Real Descendant of the Sultanate of Sulu. Parang ganon. And then later on, there was another interview dun ho sa researcher. May researcher po itong taong to. Kaya when he says something, nababack up po ito ng mga documents. Yung mga documents po na ipinapakita, these are documents which really came from authority. Kunyari po, yung what we now call LRA, no? Land Registration Administration or LRA. Noong panahon na yon, iba ang pinanggalingan, but it was there. And then, backed up po ito ng mga mapa na meron hong surveyor na talagang nag-prepare. There are other documentary papers that you can see. So, I am suggesting that you do your own research. Ang inyo naman pong lingkod, being someone who understands about filmmaking, di ba in my program nga, kung natatandaan nyo, kung napapanood nyo yung aking mga programa, I speak about Supreme Productions, because yung Supreme Productions po, where I belong, offers this kind of, training for people who would like to become actors and actresses, cameramen, the technical side of movie production. I also come from Indie Films Awards, kaya ang inyong lingkod, yun sana ang aking pinupropose, that we do a film documentary on the life of this person that I am trying to explain to you. Okay? I just call him Mr. Udin. Mr. Udin. Yun lang muna. But should you be interested, now if you are lawyers, if you're watching right now and you are lawyers, and if you feel free, no? If you want to advise me, give me some legal advice because I'm really planning to do a film documentary on the life of this person. Now, I'm not looking at it at an angle wherein, as a producer, oy, kailangan akin yung production na yan para ako ang magkakapera. No, the producer that I have myself in mind, if I will become the producer of this, gagawin ko po ang film na yan out of my own resources, out of, my own colleagues helping me. I do believe na marami naman akong kaibigan dyan ng mga businessman. Meron akong kaibigan dyan, Janmar literal. Literally speaking, ay marami hong alam para tayo ay matulungan. We also have friends like Mario Bangasan, my best partner in my own company, Best Partner Promotions. I also have my boss in Kaanak. I call him a boss. He is the chairman of Kaanak 1899. At ako po ay nailagay niya bilang vice president for media affairs. Meron pa po tayong mga ibang organizations kagaya ng AWESCOP, the Golden Years, and of course, the Filipino Elderly Global Talent Society. Now, if you're watching me now, as I'm gonna spread this to all my friends, if you're watching me and you're interested to, work with me in this project, all you have to do is, if you are already a friend in Facebook, just chat with me. Just send me a messenger, text, or message so I know that you're interested. Or else, can we meet up? Can I assign a day where we can meet up? Okay. I might be looking at a day which is September 15. And if you have nothing to do on that day, think of it as early as now because ngayon po ay September 12. Kahapon, September 11, we just celebrated the birthday celebration of the late President Ferdinand Marcos. And of course, it's also the birthday celebration or the birth anniversary of my dear friend, the former Senator Ernesto Herrera. So, ka-birthday ho sila, September 11. So, wherever they are right now, I wish them all the happiness in the paradise or wherever they are. So, ako naman po ay nagsasabi sa inyo, I still have about 7 minutes to go before I say bye-bye to you. My program will be ending at about 1:30. So, I just want to tell you now, guys, that if you'll be interested and if you're free on September 15, do give me a call again at the numbers 0966 4505024 as I will tell you where we can sit down and talk about this and we can really work on projects. And by the way, if you're really interested also to learn how to do broadcast and be a business person at the same time, please get in touch with me because I'm preparing programs for 2023. As early as now, we have to identify who are the people that we can share this blessing to. The blessing of enjoying a fruitful and a prosperous 2023 by having your own program in a digital television. So, yan po ay sa tulong po ng Elizalde Broadcasting, ng Kaanak, ng AWESCOP, at syempre ng organization ng inyong lingkod. I am the proud president of the Filipino Elderly Global Talent Society. So, if you'll be interested, you can have an acting part in the movie. You can also be behind the scene if you want to be behind the camera. Pero ang inyong lingkod, this will be my first directorial break. Kasi sayang no? Kung hindi ho nagka-pandemic, there's this movie entitled Love Ko Sigob. And it was upon the initiative of my friend Raymar Gutierrez, and he allowed me to talk with former Undersecretary of DPWH, Mr. Roger Umpa, and we tried doing a production. We already did the papers and all. It was supposed to be called the Golden Rigs Production. Yung Golden Rigs Production po ay under the name of Roger Umpa. And I would have done a movie called Love Ko Sigob. And sayang dahil sana co-director ko dito ang isang award-winning director in the person of Direct Neil Bubuitan. Pero hindi nga po natuloy noon because nagkaroon ng pandemya. And then of course tayo naman ay inanyayahan ng the late attorney Joe Malvar Villegas attorney, wherever you are, well, whatever your dreams were, marami pa po kami ditong mga naiwan nyo na nagpapatuloy po na gampanan ang mga pangarap na gusto nyong gawin. In fact, Mario and I are still keen on doing our share, our part with KKK, Katipunan kontra Korupsyon at Krimen. And then si Willie naman po, who initiated the Kaanak 1899, yun po ay nagpapatuloy din ang Kaanak 1899. And what we are actually saying is, wag ho tayong magmadali. What we are just really doing right now is putting the things in the proper places. Wala ho tayong gagampanan na hindi po ibinibigay sa atin. Ito po ay ibinigay at itinakda ng panahon to be our project. And in that project, yun nga pong sinasabi ko na Kaanak 1899. By the way, sa September 28 po, kita-kita ulit tayo sa Robinson's Otis because we will have our second edition of our Kaanak 1899 celebration, working out together with the Association of Women, Elderly and Senior Citizens of the Philippines. So time right now is 3 minutes before 1:30. So I still have about 3 minutes to go. Ang aking panawagan sa lahat ng aking mga kaibigan, viewers, and lahat ng subscriber nitong ating programa. Ako po ay matagal-tagal na nawala. Yung huling programa ko, nung bago ako nawala, ay nagulat ako. Halos 1 oras kami nagsalita, pero lumabas lang kami sa ere for 8 minutes. So I don't want that to happen again. Because we also value our time. Now, if the people don't realize na ang broadcaster, pag nagsasalita, hindi ho kami dito mga naglalaro lang. We are serious about our broadcast. So we're not happy if, for example, we spent about half an hour talking and then ang makikita namin ay 8 minuto lang na parang yun naman kaming binastos at biglang nawala yung aming pinag-usapan, yung lahat ng aming ginawa. Because we are not, newbies in what we're doing. Especially for me, wherein as I've said, I'm about 4 decades doing broadcasting already. At ako, hindi naman sa pagyayabang, siguro naman hindi ako broadcaster na nakikisingit-singit lang sa programa ng iba. Ako po, I have my own program and even up to now, whenever if I want to, alam po ng aking mga kaibigan in the broadcast industry na ako lang ang walang panahon kaya hindi ako bumabalik to studios which before ay talagang wini-welcome ako. Hanggang ngayon may offer sa akin at hanggang ngayon may offer ako for an international television which is ipagyayabang ko na I am an actress of the BBC, the British Broadcast Corporation. Kaya kung kayo ay pipit lang, as in pipitsugin, wag akong pagyayabangan because I also know where I am, okay? Where I do belong. So I'm telling you now na sana po yumabang pa ako itong mga oras na to. Hindi po, itong yabang kong to. I just want people to know that let's not allow ourselves to be taken for granted. Time right now is 1:30 and I'm still your friend and host, Rex Manuel. Kung medyo may konting emphasis po yung sinabi ko, it's just that we really value time. Let's not, spend our time on foolishness. Let's use our time to something productive. So I'll be with you till tomorrow. Right now, I'll say bye-bye. And tomorrow, be with me again in this program called Special People with Elizalde Broadcasting Company. Thank you for now, and I'll see you again. Bye, folks. Thank you, Jimmy.